Fort Knox podcast. So just to jump right into it, basically, I went out to the desert multiple times. Well, during the daytime to shoot the RC3 during the daytime, shoot with a bunch of other cans just because. Like I said, not a comparison video, and you'll see it in the video. I shot the RC3, RC2, the SB2, the HUX, the Knights Armament Alphabet Soup, the Velos, and then the one more can, which you'll see, which is hilarious. And then we went back out later in the day and we shot it under night vision. Now, this is GoPro footage, so it's not going to be the most crispy footage because if you understand anything, you're filming 4K into a 1080 screen. So if you have night vision, you'll understand exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. I did side profile shots of this stuff, so you will see it. Everything is tagged, which will be barrel length and barrel length with the can and the ammo that I use. This entire shoot, I used 55 grain ammo ink. Nothing special. It's not hot. It's not fucking spicy. All right, cool. There it is. Let's roll the rest of this shit. Here in my Sprinter, just got this new 416. No, hopefully early internet motherfuckers understood that. So I'm gonna wrap this fucking RC3 video up, and then hopefully later, like I said, we could get out here and fucking get some nighttime footage, and then go over. There's like a flame ball video or like a flamethrower photo that's existent right now that people are claiming are on RC3. I don't know who posted it. I saw it. I have some questions about that just because I know a lot of people won't ask these questions. They'll just see it, complain that Surefire released the fucking can saying that you're not using the right, muzzle device, and why can't I use XYZ? Okay, look, here's the deal. You're going to complain about Surefire talking about how, you have to use a special muzzle device or a certain muzzle device, but you're not going to complain about the fact that you have to use only this muzzle device with the HUX works. That's weird. Or even any other cans that exist. So I'm going to take that into consideration. Just kidding. No, I'm not, because I'm a real person. No, I'm not. I run a 4-prong or a 3-prong. The reality is everyone eats up the fact that you're not supposed to use war comps because they leak or whatever the other bullshit is. But the second that they tell you that you have to use, or you should use, 1 or 2 fucking specific muzzle devices, everyone's up in arms. So again, 416, I'm going to be running it with the Surefire 4-prong. This does have a vented gas block. This is a 10.4. And yes, you will hear some pinging because if it's your first time shooting a Surefire 3 or 4-prong, they ping. And just for shits and gigs, I did actually bring the HUX works, as you already saw. We did shoot this before on the SIG. This is a Gen 2 MCX. Let's see what else we have here. Also, for shits and gig, I'm going to be shooting the current setup. Actually, I just built this yesterday with the Knights Armament Alphabet Soup. And then because I am generous, I'm going to be shooting the Velos with an ASR. Oh, I'll also shoot it on a Rearden. So let's get to it. The majority of this is going to be RC3 footage, and then the very end, out of everything that we've shot, I'm going to throw this one into the loop and remind it's going to be on this gun, which is the 10.5 inch. This is a Mark 18. This is the EOD clone. If you don't know, be mad. I'm going to shoot God's chosen silencer on this gun, or whoever you pray to. I don't really give a fuck what you do, but I'm going to show you the correct silencer you should be buying. I know most people are going to complain about how many rounds I put through it, so I'm going to put a couple. It's mostly going to be semi-auto because that's what actually affects 90% of you. But let's go over it one more time. Surefire RC3. This thing has like 1 mag through it. I am running a 4-prong. This 4-prong is not brand new. It does have carbon buildup on it, so complain about that if you'd like. But let's talk about the RC3 and kind of what this thing was developed for. It wasn't developed for you or I. It wasn't developed for everyday motherfuckers that are going to go and complain about how this is $1,800 plus a tax stamp, and after taxes, you're going to be into it $2,200. This can was developed for law enforcement or military sales. So what ends up happening is And if you're new to how this shit works, your department issues you an RC2, right? Cool, awesome. You're stoked, blah, blah, blah. Everyone on Reddit, everyone's told you this is a superior fucking can to everything else that's on the market. If you can afford one, buy one. It works with a whole slew of fucking muzzle devices. That's true, that's cool. Now, you're a law enforcement guy, or you're a military guy. You don't have any say on how much money is spent in your department, or whatever. Let's go with law enforcement, because I do know about a little bit of selling cans to fucking departments. All right, you're not paying $1,800 for this. Your price is different. Your department got a brand new budget because you got a new fucking city person in charge. They need to spend the money. You don't spend it, you don't get it next year. Guess what? Price doesn't fucking matter. Now, the cool thing is, your department got issued 416s. You go through an RC2, you blow an RC2 up, whatever. New shit comes out. You want to spend your budget. Guess what? They spent the fucking budget. This is backwards capable, right? Oh, and I just got it stuck. Big shocker. So this one's backwards capable. You can run it on your 416 that your department spent a bunch of money on because they were told this works. This is what fucking Delta and DevGru and Navy SEALs and everyone else has shot and fucking killed Bin Laden with and did all the bad guys dirty. So that's why this fucking can exist. It wasn't for you. They didn't develop it because HUX Works fucking developed something that's a flow through. The military said, hey, we want something that's going to be better for the end user, for health, later on down the line, so we don't have to pay motherfuckers for getting lead poisoning. That's what they developed it for. It's not to be quiet. Talked about this in other videos. If you want something that's quiet, wear fucking ear pro. Oh, and shoot 300 blackout. All right, here we go. Semi-auto, 416, vented gas block, 10.4. It's loud. It's not that gassy. It's going forward. It's doing exactly what they fucking advertised. But again, also the other thing about this is I did not pay retail for this. I got it because, let's be real, I paid just under that because I have a dealer account. Loud. Cool. Let's see. Do I like it? Yes, I like it. Let's get some movement in and see how it works once you start moving. Flows a little. New mag. Just a heads up, this is probably going to be loud. Ready? Ooh, I do not like that in the van. Cool. Works as advertised. It is gassier. That's going to happen. Now, I am a fan of the RC2. However, if you're going to use a traditional silencer, non-flow through, you're going to stick with the Surefire camp, I would suggest this. The SB2 is one of my favorite cans. Ugh. Carbon lock. It's a little less gassy. The bore is a little bit bigger. I haven't blown one up. I prefer this can over the RC2. RC2s are good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not telling anyone not to buy one of those. Buy whatever the fuck you want. The reality is, for 90% of the shooting that most of us do, including me, the YHM Turbo K is the perfect can on a budget. Got a little bit more money? Buy a Polo K. Polo Ks, RC2s, cool. SB2, better for my application. Last round. All right, let's shoot the HUX and some of the other stuff, just so motherfuckers could hear it. HUX Works Flow 556K. Again, this is even the wrong fucking length because it's 11.5, but if you want one, buy one, but I'm not even going to compare the two. There you go. Velos, this is in the configuration that it ships in, which is kind of a big deal because this is the most optimal. 10.5 inch. This has a completely different tone. You hear that?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It's not as gassy. Cool. Cynoscope Velos, this is a part 2. This is going to have the rear dart on it, so it's a little bit shorter. And I am running a 3-prong little flash hider that they run. Ooh, I like this. Last but not least, the PRT Alphabet Soup fucking Knights Armament. Yeah, this is, I'm going to go ahead and say probably just for making me feel like a fucking idiot for paying the amount of money I did for this thing. Guys want to complain about how expensive the fucking Surefire can is? Try this. You still have to wear ear pro. Even in an emergency, you'd have to use that. All the gas goes out the front. So, there you go. We shot all these cans. It's not a comparison. I just want to show you guys. And again, talk about how on-camera audio isn't really worth a fuck. But in the end, and like I said, I want to try and come back out and shoot some fucking nighttime footage just so we could get some flamethrower versions of all this stuff. But I do want to talk about how the ammo that's used, because certain ammo runs hotter. Green tip runs fucking hotter. It's going to be flashier. So keep in mind the type of ammo that you're running, the type of fucking gun you're running. Application is key for everything. If you don't give a fuck about flash, you care more about the flow-through aspect, yeah, that's going to work. If you care mostly about fucking flash mitigation, maybe not buy that. Maybe not buy any flow-through can. Use an actual fucking can that's designed for flash mitigation. The other situation is I am shooting all SBRs, right? What? 1 11.5, 2 11.5s, and 3 fucking 10.5, 10.3, 10.4s. So, and as you can see, all of my guns are set up for night vision. So these cans are not going to be ideal for night vision shooting, depending on ammo that you use. When I come back out to shoot this stuff for nighttime shooting, I will put some night vision footage because that is going to apply to a handful of dudes. If it doesn't apply to you, I'm sorry, man. Probably get a different hobby. All right, so what? 2 mags through this thing? 3 mags through this thing? Hold on. Here comes the dust.
Oh, is that's from you? That's from you shooting.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
There it is. Can's hot. All right, so I shot a couple mags through this thing. It's concussive, right? Wear ear pro, wear the correct ear pro. We saw it shot during the daytime. I am running the 4-prong. So yet again, it's one of those discussions of if you're going to be using this can, you're going to be using the correct ammunition because you need it not to flash as much. Right. The photo that exists, it'll get posted a couple times through this whole fucking thing. The guy was using M193. I'm using some off-the-shelf fucking ammo incorporated 55 grain, whatever shit, right? This gun, it's not as flashy as I thought it was going to be. It's not the fucking flamethrower that everyone has been posting with the one muzzle device they tell you not to fucking use. All right, so here's the reality. The can does as advertised. It's not quiet, right? Again, 5.56 isn't fucking quiet. If you want something quiet, shoot 300 blackout. I'm going to actually switch over and put an RC2 on this gun as soon as this cools off. Until then, I'm going to shoot a couple of their fucking cans. Can's warm. The actual version of the RC2 that actually matters, the SB2. So right now is going to be the time to where we switch to night vision shooting. I'm going to talk about flash, and all these other shit that if it doesn't apply to you because you think that everyone's in credit card debt because they own cool shit, just turn it off, go back to the fucking internet and cry about how your fucking mother doesn't love you. The reality is, make sure you get boba in your tea because it's delicious, and we're gonna start filming and throw some shit on the 14 and get some good footage of the flow-through cans with the flash mitigation and all those other big words that don't apply to literally any of us, but dudes want to see it, so let's go from there. I'll go on the light. So this is how we're gonna film all the night vision stuff. This is a white Foss PVS 14 with a GoPro on here. This will be perfect for what we need to fucking shoot. 416 RC3. Whoa, that's hot. I don't think it was that bad.
Nah.
But we'll find out because we're going to shoot the other silencers after this and figure out if this is, in fact, the worst one. Ooh, this is the sparkiest one. All right, and just so everyone knows, this does have a 4-prong on it as well. God's chosen suppressor, RC2 Mini. Literally the best fucking can on the planet. Fuck the haters. Here it is. PRT. Velos. So after everything's said and done, the HUX Works didn't end up making it to the night shoot because my MCX Gen 2, for whatever reason, wasn't going fully into battery. Then once I got it to go into battery, I couldn't get to shoot, so I got to do some actual maintenance on the gun. You can hear me in the video complaining about how I don't clean my shit. That's the truth. I actually need to switch all my shit over to a different viscosity fucking oil for Vegas winters. That way I have more reliable guns. So yeah, so at the end of the day, you can see all the sparks and all the other shit and all the flames and the flamethrower stuff of all these cans in our night vision. So if that doesn't apply to you, it is what it is. If you're just looking for something that's going to be a little bit healthier for you to shoot over the long run, flow-through cans are probably going to be perfect for you. And I always talk to shit and I say, hey, look, if you want something quiet, shoot 300 block out. That's the truth. If you want something that's, you know, going to be fun to shoot and all of your friends have it, 5.56 is fine. Flow-through cans, the truth of them is this: they only exist because the government wants them. We are just lucky enough to obtain cans that have been fulfilled outside of contracts and so on and so forth. So if you're a law enforcement department, the RC3 actually might make sense, the most sense for you guys. If you're looking for health benefits, shit like that, the HUX makes sense for you guys. If you're any of those other agencies or 3-letter fucking agencies or mill, whatever, flow-through makes sense. I don't know shit about war, clearly. I'm not a fucking mill dude, but I do shoot a lot and I do understand and I do see and recognize the benefits of flow-through. I most likely will be shooting more flow-through cans just because it's the most current stuff that I have in the inventory in my collection, but I still will shoot the Polo K, the YHM, all these other cans because I can. No pun. So if you're here because you like the fucking antics that exist of how I go over and I talk about shit, whatever, I talked about this in the What's in Rotation video that I did before, or the last one. I'm trying to do more of them, trying to be a little bit more informative about some things as a regular person, right? I'm not trying to sell you shit. I don't care what you shoot. I don't care what you own. I don't care if you buy it because I said it's fucking good or you don't buy it because I say it's bad. The reality is everything that I shot, I own. If you like it, if that's what you want, fucking buy one, run it till it blows up, or put 200 rounds through it and tell everyone it's the best thing on the planet because you spent $1,000 and you waited 8-9 months for a tax stamp. That's the reality of silencer ownership as a civilian for most people, especially dudes on Reddit, especially dudes on Instagram. YouTube dudes are going to be the same. Guns are cool. Guns are meant to be fucking fun. Fornox Podcast.